Start the broadcast in just a second, folks, making sure all my streams are going. YouTube's going, Periscope is going, but Facebook is taking its time. Okay, now all three streams are going good. Matt Drudge broke this story this morning. Matt Drudge is the guy who broke the Monica Lewinsky story. That's how he got famous, by breaking that story. And he broke this news this morning. And I'm going to take you through all these stories right here to show you what's going on. But more importantly, towards the end, after I show you the information, I'm going to show you why it doesn't make any difference who runs for president. And it doesn't. And I can show you 5 presidents who have talked about this. And I will do that after I get through showing you. Now, number one, what you should look at, Bloomberg is a billionaire. He's a 1%er. That's all we need is another billionaire in the White House. He's a 1%er. He's part of the elite. Okay, now let me take you through here. Exclusive, Bloomberg considers Hillary running mate. This one here says, Madam VP, I never say never because I do believe in serving my country. Clinton could get her revenge against Trump. She wants back in. The implausible ticket. Betting odds soar for Mike getting nomination. Okay, let me take you to the first story. She wants back in. Now remember, Drudge broke this morning. Now Bloomberg has come out on Fox News. Bloomberg campaign downplays report he is considering Hillary Clinton as a running mate. So he's downplaying it. Okay, now let's go back. And I'll show you the other story. This one says, I never say never. Hillary never says never. It's from the Daily Mail. Mike Bloomberg is considering picking Hillary Clinton as his running mate in the 2020 Democratic race to help take on Trump. The combination would be a formidable force to take on Trump in the race for the White House. Bloomberg is said to be considering changing his official residence because the Electoral College makes it tough for president and vice president to reside in the same state. And for people just joined, I'm going to show you why it doesn't matter who runs for president. Going back to Drudge Report. Let's look at this one real quick. What is this one? This is from CNBC. Bloomberg is considering Hillary Clinton as his running mate, says Matt Drudge. Okay, now I'm going to show you why it doesn't matter who runs for president. Here is an article that I wrote 5 presidents have warned Americans about the deep state. Now, the deep state is not a conspiracy theory. I'm going to show you 5 presidents who talked about it. So there's no doubt that it's not a conspiracy theory. Deep state has many names: the 1%, the secret government, the establishment, the swamp, the rogue government, the iron triangle, shadow government, the powers that be, the military industrial complex. The deep state has many, many names. And these are the people who are in the shadows and who are actually running things. The president is not running anything. And I'll show you the 5 presidents and what they said. Here we go. Here are the 5 presidents. Okay. Truman called it the Sinister CIA. We click on this. And this is a declassified document from the Washington Post editorial. I can't zoom in on a PDF, but I'll just read a little bit of it. Former President Truman speaks with unique authority about the CIA inasmuch as the agency was organized to his administration when he writes, as he did in this newspaper last Sunday, that there is something about the way the CIA has been functioning that is casting a shadow over our historic position. We can rightly sit up and take notice. Mr. Truman is concerned that the agency's operation functions have gotten out of hand. This is who runs the country, folks. And I'll show you, let's go to the next one. The next one, Ronald Reagan called it the Iron Triangle. And I don't know if this one's going to let me read it. Some of them won't because of subscription. Los Angeles Times. Reagan blames, well, it says Reagan blames the Iron Triangle for the country's ills. You can go on and read this article yourself. It's under important news with on my website. Okay. Reagan talked about the Iron Triangle. President Trump takes aim at the criminal deep state. This is from Fox News. Now, just because Trump says this doesn't mean Trump is a good guy. And it doesn't matter anyway. They're not running the country. The deep state is. Let's see if the Fox News article will come up. I haven't checked these websites in a long time. Okay, that's a video of Trump talking about the deep state. Okay, on to the next one. That's 3 presidents. No, it's 3 presidents so far. Now let's go to JFK's secret society speech. We're talking about the Bohemian Grove that everybody thinks is a conspiracy theory, Yale Skull and Bones, secret societies. Here's from JFK's website. I don't know if I can get you to his actual quote. I'm trying here. Let me see if I can find it. Well, He speaks out about secret societies. And yes, they're very powerful, and they're running the show from behind the scenes. That's why this Bloomberg Hillary thing doesn't make any difference. You could run Mickey Mouse, it doesn't matter. They don't run the country. And let's see, the last one is Eisenhower. Most people know about this one. Eisenhower warned of the military industrial complex. And you can read all these articles on my website. I can't play these because of copyright. I can get the picture up. His farewell address to the nation, he warned of the power of the military industrial complex. So there you have it, 5 presidents, and I've just shown you that other forces beside the president actually run this country. In truth, if you'll research my website, generally speaking, who's running this country is the military industrial complex, the multinational corporations, and the banksters. And then these 3 use mainstream media as their mouthpiece to put out the BS for the people to fall for. And they've been falling for it for a long, long time. Let me see what else I can get in here. Here's an example of the deep state in action. JFK files. CIA plotted, this is from CBS Miami, CIA plotted to kill Castro and stage bombings in Miami. Stage bombings in Miami. Let me see what else I got. This is from CNBC. Let's see if, I don't know if this story, this is the deep state in action, what I'm showing you now. New FBI release on Clinton email probe refers to the shadow government. And if you read this article, inside there, they call it the shadow government is inside the Department of Justice, and they're called the Seventh Floor Group. Naive time is over, folks. Let me go back to Drudge real quick. So in closing, I just wanted to come on here and tell you about that it's looking like Bloomberg and Hillary could be running for president and vice president. And for people who've just joined who don't know what's going on, I'll make a few comments. Michael Bloomberg is a billionaire, folks. That's all we need is another billionaire to be president. He's a 1%er. He's the elite. That's another word for the deep state, the elite. And also, for people who've just joined, I've shown 5 presidents who have talked about the deep state. You have to maybe watch this broadcast over to get all the information. 5 presidents have warned about the deep state, so you can't call it a conspiracy theory. If you're calling me a conspiracy nut, then you're calling 5 presidents conspiracy nuts too. They tried to warn Americans, but Americans constantly believe that voting is going to change everything. And I can guarantee you, folks, I've been here, 67 years, and through many, many presidents, and things just keep getting worse and worse and worse. And it's for a reason, folks. Nobody's going to come save the day. The only thing that can save the day is the people of this country. Okay, I think that's it for this broadcast. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.